Hey, Sharpcoat Photo Challengers, welcome to week number 9, Signs of Spring. I asked you to take your camera outside and show me some signs of life, of spring on the way. I've been waiting for winter to die so that I can open the window, bring in some some spring weather here rather, because I really love the idea of getting out with your camera and so many shots present themselves. Some people prefer winter. I like my warmer weather, so that's just I'm biased that way. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what shots you guys submitted. Let's check out Kim's shots. Kim, thank you for submitting. I appreciate it. Springing forth. Also, what were your notes? You sent notes? No notes. That's okay. This green really appealed to me. Slight adjustment to curves. Thank you for mentioning your changes, your Lightroom changes. All right, and you're shooting with your Sony Nex5N again. Awesome. Smartphone is great for you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing your Sony shots. So this is lovely. A nice green color going on here. You said a slight adjustment to curves. I guess for the contrast, that's fine. Where am I focusing on naturally? I like how you've got the background of all the other plant brothers and sisters back here, but where is my eye being led to? Because it seems like this is perhaps a little bit off. It looks like your focus is right along here somewhere, but it's a little bit too south in the composition, so it's ever so slightly confusing. Also because it just looks like it's tilted up when it should be tilted down just a bit more, or maybe just brought down. Boom that down a bit. Moving the camera up and down is called booming. Boom up, boom down. But I like the color. I like the idea there. Peekaboo. Oh my god. That is a shot. That is so cute and awesome and in focus and beautiful. That is so very cool. What did you shoot at for that 55? You must have been right up close. That is spectacular. 5.6 and 1/20. That is a slow shutter. You are brave. Kim, that is such a good shot. Awesome. ISO 100, that's great. 1/120, it must have held still for you just long enough to get that. And I'm guessing, in this instance, if you want it, you got it in focus, you got its eye in focus, that's great. Shooting at 1/20 for a shutter speed, you risk, if it moved at all, if your hand moved at all, even handheld, when you're shooting at 1/20, it's very, very difficult to hold the camera still. And these things dart at a moment's notice, and they will just move when you don't want them to. So to capture it, to freeze it, 1/20, you got it. But if you want in the future, bump that sucker up, speed that up to at least 1/100 or faster. You can, the ISO can be bumped up a little bit to compensate for the exposure, because speeding up, your shutter speed will drop. You'll lose light, but then bump up the ISO to compensate, because you did get it. But to safeguard yourself next time, just remember to choose your shutter speeds wisely when shooting animals. That is a classic shot. The boardwalk. Okay, are these all in the set? I just want to make sure I'm not going into. Okay, you just like shooting that boardwalk a lot. You like to take a lot of photos in the swamps, because it's one of my favorite places in Guelph. You were serenaded by frogs. The sign of spring. The snow and ice has all melted finally. And you've got comparison ones here. Here it is. Winter. Summer. Fall. And spring. Awesome. That is a very good challenge in itself, to take a look at how one subject or one place, one location, one environment changes over time. That is beautiful. I would come back to the same spot as many times and try to take the same shot over and over again to really see how it changes. This one is really good. I should say it is the boardwalk. We've seen shots of the boardwalk before. I like seeing that the snow is melted. I like seeing that it's warmer weather. Otherwise, there's not too much going on. Not doing a whole lot. It is nicely exposed, but otherwise, not doing a whole lot for me. Spring Gathering, lovely, lovely looking macro, or macro-ish. I say macro. What I really mean is it's up close and it's looking at minute. It's looking at the smaller details. It's looking at the smaller things in life. And this one's really good. You got focus on this front one here. That's very nice. 1/80. If you were on a tripod, I would even probably say try to just experiment to widen, close up that f-stop even more, to push it to like f18 or f13 or something like that, to try and get all that in focus, just to see what it looks like. It would look like a pretty killer pattern. But good choice. Lovely color. Daffodil. Once I overheard someone describing daffodils as little sunshines. I kind of like that description. I do too. And yeah, it's a good looking daffodil. You can even try to fill the frame a little bit more with that. Get a lot closer to it. It's got a lot of space to it. And it looks a little bit on the lower side. You can bump up the ISO just a bit, to 400, just to make the background and overall image not so dark. But otherwise, that's a good looking shot. Easily, hands down, no contest. Peekaboo is my favorite of the bunch, and probably will be for quite a time. That is a killer moment. Good shot. You need to frame that sucker, Kim. I'm not joking. Thank you so very much for participating and sending me those awesome shots. I love that the shots that you contribute to the challenge. Thank you, and I can't wait to see what you send in next week.